What's up, y'all? Peace, light, and love. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was really ready to not come up and do a damn thing again this week. I don't know how this energy treating y'all. Because I gotta tell y'all something. This energy right here after that eclipse, foot in ass energy. I'm telling you, I ain't been about the business. A lot of downloads is coming in, a lot of masters, ascended masters coming through in some powerful, most gangster way. Y'all know my third house is lit the fuck up right about now. And it is going down, y'all. It is going, it is going down. And what am I gonna do with this, boy? And so I just been like sort of in hermit mode, but definitely getting outside, getting the benefit of some of that sun, some of that earth energy. You know what I'm saying? Just really rocking with that in a powerful way. Shout out to my soul family that comes through the cipher that I'm in classes with, that I just build with. Love you guys so much. It is such an encouraging and a powerful time for those of us that are a part of the 144,000 that came here to light this world up. Saturn has gone direct out here in these cosmic streets, and we gonna learn some shit this week. Woo! We go learn, we go learn, we go learn. And thank goodness, thank goodness. See, we got some folks out here that's really some master teachers. Ashe to Brother Panic, my very first spiritual teacher who really gave me this understanding on just how this works, those tools, the books, the knowledge that he has given me. Shout out to Psycho, the class 27 in the house. Where so much was learned during that particular time. And I go back and I'm listening to the teachings, because you know he would record that shit and give it to you so you can just go back and reflect on it. So shout out to the teachers that's doing that particular shit. And just going back and just reflecting on all that shit is starting to all come together. It's starting to all make sense, because you know it's like you got shit for you, because we talking like this was years ago. I got this lesson off of him and everything, and then going back, it's starting to you starting to see how shit starts fitting back together and everything. So much love to Brother Panic. His wife Khadijah, she did my Akashic record reading and she recorded that shit. So I went back listening to that too. So goddamn gangster. So much information. So I just want to send a whole lot of love, shouting out the love to that family. In this particular time of transition, I definitely get it. I lost my dad. This whole time, Scorpio season is just is most gangster, and a lot of the times we go through some heavy emotions, and it allows us to transform. Scorpio is that transformative energy. And in the day, today is 11/7 up in this piece, right? That's a day all about transformation through expansion of our consciousness. So this is definitely a day for us to dive deep, get your build on, whatever it is you're doing with that. This is a day that's definitely going to support that energy. I wanted to go back again because see, this Scorpio season, this is a season that's really going to be revealing a lot of shit right now. Oh, well, you gonna learn, family. You go fucking learn in these streets. I promise you this. And I promise you that this is all for the greater good. We got that Mars, that Mars energy and Mercury. So we're gonna be finding out a lot of hidden shit and all of this other shit. It's going down. You know, that Mars energy, Scorpio hosts that Mars energy, that Pluto energy and everything. Is all about that transformation and everything. Things is for the highest and greatest good. Saturn has gone direct. Y'all gonna learn in these streets. We gonna learn something powerful. We go learn something powerful. Boundaries. That's what we need to really look at. Releasing things that's not working. Really a time for us to be real with ourselves. And a time for us to really begin paying attention to our circle, right? We got to really do that because it's important at this point in time right now, that we got people around you that truly support you, support the work that you're doing, support the differences in opinions and perspectives that you may and may not have, and still hold love for you anyway, right? Because this is a time for you to be unapologetic, unashamed of being who you are and letting the chips fall where in the hell they lie. And I know as social beings, we kind of struggle with that. We kind of struggle with that. We got to stay on course. See, this is where spirit was giving me that whole compass thing. Because if we ain't firm and we ain't true, see, when the divine give you a vision, that's what he got for you. And it may not be for other folks, but that's what's for you. And that's all good. It's all good. You got to stay your course. You got to hold space for yourself, because divine is giving us all very unique assignments out here in these streets. So this is going to, it's going to be a powerful and a transformative time without a doubt. So you got to really make sure that you're holding your visions. Watch your circle for those cats that's dedicated to misunderstanding you, thinking the worst of you. You know what I'm saying? That unhealthy, because a little of the healthy competition is a good thing, huh? Well, I mean, we can't be afraid of that shit, right? At the end of the day, it's all good, right? Because this is how we build. Iron sharpens iron, baby. That's what we doing here. We got enough, God got enough life for all of us to shine. And we got to respect the gangster and everybody. If you ain't got a circle of gangsters like you around you, you the only person shedding light in these streets, then you hustling backwards and you got life bent. But let me tell you something. If you got that unhealthy, low vibration competition energy that's surfing around, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to, because, sometimes, folks is complicated in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Picking up a whole lot of that. What's that music, Soul Child? You love me, don't you? I know you do. Because of all the wonderful things that you put me through. You love me, don't you? I know you do. So tell me, why am I having doubts about you? Oh, that song's been in my head. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we got a lot of shit that's going down out here. Not gonna stay too long and everything. But I do want to shout out Miss Blue, because I definitely got a hold. If you don't know, because I forgot, there was a couple folks that reached out to me. Who is this Miss Blue you talk, right? Miss Blue is another. She's still here. Living legend, master teacher in these streets out here, right? Ain't teaching people to just follow the teaching, but teaching you how to do that shit. We need folks like that out here in these streets, because right now, the age of Pisces is over. Over, baby, over. Hold up. I got to get my charger. I just noticed my battery is running low. And we don't want no cutoff points. Right. I should have really anticipated that shit, but I didn't. Whatever. Anyway. But we in the age of Pisces. Well, no, we ain't in the age of Pisces. My bad. Age of Pisces over with, fam. It's over with, right? So now we into the age of Aquarius, the age of Pisces, where you just took what folks say, you followed the teaching, and it made you a believer. The age of Aquarius is about the age of the knower, and this is where we at right now. We stepping into our power. Those of us that came here to do this work is coming to step up and light this bitch up. We need all hands on deck. We ain't got time for the fuckery and the bullshit out here. And we ain't got time to be playing games with no circles that ain't really celebrating you at the end of the day. So even when the love may be present, sometimes you got to be cool off of that energy, family, and it's good, because this is going to help us in our ascension process. You can't get to where you need to be at if your circle ain't really on your team. You heard? So let's make sure that we got some true connections out here in the streets. This right here, in this age of Aquarius, we are no longer following the teaching, right? We are not here looking for saviors anymore. That was the age of Pisces, right? That was the age of Pisces. This right here is a time we're here to develop what we came here to do. the masters that we came here to be, this is our time for us to really begin to step into our power, to rise up. We got to stop following. We got to start learning. We got to start growing. So again, this is why I give so much love, a shout out to Miss Blue, because she out here in these cosmic streets teaching those teachers, those spiritual masters, those spiritual gangsters out here just how to do it. That's what you need in your life. We're here to learn from each other out here in these streets, not think alike. And this is why we're here in this condition. It is so time, baby. Wake up, baby, wake up. All right, wake up. We got to stop hiding. It's time for you to tune into your own unique frequency, my love. I promise you it's cool. I promise you, your own unique frequency. Have your own philosophy. Rise and be great. And I ain't saying that the teaching ain't cool. I ain't saying that the teaching ain't solid. But this right now, we have shifted, family. We have shifted, and now it's up to you, baby. It is up to you. No saviors in these streets. No saviors in these streets. The saviors is teaching you how to save yourself. You heard? So we are in a most gangster time. A most gangster time for us to really begin to boldly show up unapologetically and unashamedly who we came here to be in these spiritual streets. So let me talk about some shit that's going on, because see, the other thing I want to talk, see, we ain't really, I hope, because I know we got a lot of folks that's in this spiritual community. They talking about this, the things that's going on in the world. Don't watch the news, it'll lower your vibration. They right. They 1,000% right. Sitting there studying that shit, clutching your pearls, holding tight to your family and everything, being afraid, locking your doors extra tight. That is definitely not a vibration that's going to save you in these cosmic streets. But ducking your head in the soil and pretending this shit ain't going on, yeah, you got it twisted, baby. Because see, if you here to if you came here to work the light, then you need to be awake and aware. Now, that doesn't mean that you take on this charge of energy. What it means is that you wake the fuck up and you pay attention to what is happening in this world so that we can send light and rightly divide it out here throughout these cosmic streets. This is what needs to happen. I promise you, y'all, it is all good. We got to shit it if, and it's going down, down, down. And I'm all out of order because I had absolutely no plan to come up in here and give no conversation because I was so tired. And Spirit said, oh, no. Here you go. So just enough bursts of energy right now. And where's this come from? I was just all jaw hopped in the shower. Oh, that might have been, because see, here's the other thing. Got the stank up off of my, you know what I'm saying, off of my aura and everything. Got me some olive oil, some salt, put some frankincense and myrrh up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And really gave myself this aura cleanse in the shower and everything. That shit was most gangster. And so I did feel a lot better, a lot more elevated and whatnot and everything. So that's one of the things that you can do. See, when you're taking a spiritual shower, you know what I'm saying? Now, they got a lot of these other nice little showers because salt is purifying. Olive oil was going to raise that frequency, the frequency on anything, that frankincense and myrrh. It just ushers in the blessing, baby. And so when you put that shit together, it's a powerhouse combination. You go ahead, you scrub the stanky ass vibration off that aura, baby. And then that salt, it helps to clear that out. Frankincense and myrrh, you don't reset it with the higher vibe and you in the house. So definitely, if you got yourself, and you don't need to do a whole lot of it, get yourself just a little jar so you can get busy for that particular time, right? Do it that way. I like it a lot, y'all. I like it a lot. So those is one of the things that I really like to do to really help to just shrug old Slewfoot. You know what I'm saying? That adversarial energy that try to step in because, Saturn being direct and everything. You can't do that. That can't happen. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not for you. Maybe hold up. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to what this is and everything. So we got to be able to make sure that we balance in that shit and everything. And the universe is really setting us up in a beautiful and special way to support that shit. But I want to talk, hold up, because see, I got some shit for the word on the street, all about us not paying attention to what in the hell may or may not be going on out here in these cosmic streets, man. Big time. We got to pay attention to what's happening in this world. Don't mean you take that on your shoulder. Now, let me tell you something. If it's too much for you to just merely know what's going on in this world, then you're going to have to play your position accordingly as far as to how you came here to help this whole planet to do this thing called ascension. Because at this particular point in time, baby, we got to make some adjustments. And I want to talk about this shit because, listen, it's vibration. We need to be clear on that. And a lot of times these things happen because we've been going along to get along. Saturn direct now. Let's be real. Let's keep it real in these streets. See, going along to get along, it get us in this space. See, we gave Hawaii, which is a part of the United States, true or false, We gave them folks, their land got devastated over there. Goddess Pele coming through. She ain't appreciate that. She didn't like it at all. I need y'all to know that. Y'all better watch that shit. So keep your eye open for that. Because she was coming through letting us know that there was some fuckery that was going on out there in them streets. The United States response was to get these cats $700. $700. And I don't know what, I see the word on the street is that the cost of living over there is so high, $700 ain't shit at the end of the day. Whatever, I don't know. Like I said, I just need to know what's going on, where the energy is at. But what I do know for sure is that we got $100 million for Palestine. We got billions of dollars for Israel and the Ukraine. But we ain't got no money for our own house. Now, how'd that go? How we go do that? So we need to really be paying attention what the hell's going on out here in the streets, regardless of what side it is you on. Talking all this bullshit, the Middle East. Okay. Middle East, you say. Because last time I looked at it, the Middle East is located on the continent of Africa. Am I true? True or false, right? That's the word on the street too. But I bring this shit from the word on the street because then it is the word on the street, but it hit my radar. It's resonating for this sister right here. Let me pull this shit that I got from the Dr. Phil show. Let me see if I got this one right here. And play this for y'all. Just take a look. Hold on. Let me see if I can share my screen on that shit. I don't know how to do that. Well, I'm going to play it. Just let me play that shit because I don't know what the hell. Can I do that? Yeah. Anyway. Bigger audience on podcasts anyway. So let me play this. Y'all got to hear this shit because this shit, let the discernment kick in. Listen to this school. Listen to this guy right here. Right here. Where we at? Okay. Let me see. Mama, okay. All right. Oh, see, I done messed that up already. Hold up. I'm going to get it, y'all. Give me a minute. I'm going to get it. Okay. Well, hold up. That ain't what we trying to do. All right. That ain't what I'm trying to do at all. I'm trying to get this message right here. You got to hear this shit. Old Slewfoot don't want nobody hearing that. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Now check this shit out.
And give me the principal tenets of your message.
We are a collective conscious and a cyborg sent from the year 2050 sent from a higher civilization to warn people of the incoming apocalypse.
How will it end?
With environmental disaster, technological singularity, disease, and famine.
And will you fall victim to that demise at the same time, the collective you?
Our body will, the real Orin body will, but the collective will stay alive.
And the collective will exist in what plane? I mean, will the planet still be here?
The planet will be destroyed.
Will you be mechanized by then?
We are already mechanized.
Okay. Okay. Now, here's what I'm gonna say to y'all. That shit right there hit a little different for me. That shit right there hit a little different for me. And perhaps it hit a little different for Dr. Phil as well. Because let me say this. Why would he bring some dude like this, some crackpot ass nigga, on his show, a respected psychologist, always coming in here trying to solve somebody's problem, help them get their life together, adjust their thinking, their mentality and everything? Why would he do that shit? Because that shit hits different. And I don't know, maybe I do need to bring that clip and play that for the YouTube or whatever in the hell, once I figure out how to do the mechanics on all that shit. You know, this ain't my vibe right here. I just came here to deliver the message and keep it the fuck moving. But what I am telling you, I understand. I know that. I know. It's some fucked up shit that right there, huh? Woo. Guess what? You can fix this shit. Oh, yes, you can. You can fix this shit. See, we talking about, different timelines. See, this is what a lot of these folks is talking about all of this quantum timeline shifting shit, right? And when you start making conscious choices and you start moving in different directions, you start vibrating a little bit differently, you change the timeline. See? And so this is why we got a lot of folks that's coming through telling folks about changing their health and taking care of themselves, doing better shit, having a regular spiritual practice, being consistent and all of that shit, right? Why? Because these are things that's going to change your life. It's going to shift your timeline, baby, so that you don't have to have this type of reality that this dude came to warn us about. Fuck what you heard. You can fix this shit. But if you want to keep going along because they don't like that shit, they go laugh at you, and it is not received in your circle, then find yourself another motherfucking circle, because we got real business to be about right now. This is what I'm coming here to talk about. We have to make sure that we are in alignment for the assignment. Some feels different. It gave me a pause. That shit's on my radar. I'm going to still be here in 2050. I had a vision about a change in dimension. And we got to choose. We get to choose, my bad, what that looks like. Oh, we got that. We get to choose that shit. And we can raise up and prevent this shit from happening. Or we can scoff at this shit and stay in that frequency and everything and continue to let this shit, this fuckery that we got going on in this world, keep playing that game, keep the old game going, stay stuck in that whole age of Pisces energy, whatever. Let somebody tell you the way to go. Don't tap in the spirit for yourself. Let somebody else tell you the way to go. Shout out to all the master teachers out here. No disrespect. I promise you, no disrespect to these master teachers that's out here. Because I'm not here to say that your teaching is not sound. I'm here to say that it is time for the 144,000, those light bringers, those light workers, those spiritual gangsters, those warriors out here in this street. It's time for us to get our own channel, our own message, our own guidance. We got unique assignments out here in these streets, family. Unique assignments. The goddess of health, the goddess Hagia, had came through. This is why she came through, y'all. Healing lies in the prevention. You got to treat your body with respect. We got to be in a, and I know that hit me some type of way, right? Because yeah, okay, so I laid down the drink and the smokes and all of that shit so that I can have mental clarity, and now I'm overwhelmed and whatnot, whatever. But then I had all of this Halloween candy, which I knew that we wasn't gonna get. See, I expected zero trick-or-treaters. But my husband, he liked trick-or-treater. He want to make sure he doing his thing because it bring back beautiful memories from his childhood for when he went trick-or-treating and blah, 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 blah. So we always got Halloween candy, and typically don't nothing but maybe 3 folks show up. This year, mess around 3, maybe 4 children came to the house. They got some candy. I got a big bowl of candy. I made sure that we had that shit I liked. Oh, yeah. So I was getting groovy with it. Is it serving me? Probably the hell not. And that might contribute to my exhaustion during these particular times. All of these downloads, hindsight being 2020, whatever. I don't, hey, I'm doing my best. I'm working this out. So I'm taking heed. You know, I got the message. Thank you, Goddess Hygeia, the goddess of health, coming through, reminding us that healing lies in prevention. Make sure we treating our bodies with respect out here in these spiritual streets. Message received. Thank you very much. The other thing the Spirit wanted to deal with is making sure, again, as I was talking about those relationships, just to reiterate, because it's coming through all over again, and I just need to make sure that this is a connection that's being made. So I had to pull some cards because, you know, I guess a lot of most gangster challenges through these cards. Yes, sir. Yes, indeedy. And so where the cards is coming through is definitely letting us know, number one, 3 of Cups came up. This is all about our relationships, our connection, those folks that's around us. We really got to treasure those connections, those folks that's celebrating us and making sure that we're holding tight to those particular individuals. The challenge is the superficial relationships that we don't know too well about. See, this 8 of Pentacles, it came up right here in reverse, though, in reverse, right? And so when that 8 of Pentacles, oops, sorry about that, I'm dropping shit and whatnot. So when that 8 of Pentacles, it comes through in reverse, this is all about the lack of quality in your relationships, right? And we got to make sure that we're paying attention to making sure we're paying attention in these quality connections. Man, I wish I would have wrote some notes together so that I'd be better organized. My bad, y'all. That's why I'm going to just say this and get the hell up off this air. All right. Making sure that we got these quality relationships that's going on at the very end of the day, right? Now, what Spirit is telling us what needs to happen, the recommendation, listen, you do what you want to do, all right? You do what you want to do. Knight of Wands is coming through. And this right here is all about, in reverse. And when that card comes up in reverse, like I said, it's all good. Because the Knight of Wands is all about you staying in your power, being self-confident and everything. But we got that shit kind of in the reverse. And it's really telling us to make sure that we ain't in this superficial energy where we watering ourselves down out here in these streets in order to hold on to these connections. It's bullshit. Because see, when you doing that, this keeps you in that yoke of bondage, right? At the end of the day, the Devil card that comes up, that's in reverse too. Now, the Devil card, now everybody want to beat up on the old Devil card and everything. But see, that Devil card is definitely connected to Saturnian energy, number one, right? The Devil card is all about how we focus on this 3rd dimensional plane, right? Getting into that negative thinking. We get trapped in bondage and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Hanging on to folks that'll betray us at the end of the day, right? But see, when we really paying attention to our circles, to the folks that's around us, you got to make sure folks is on the same page with you out here in these streets, you know. Hey, and it's a hard, that Venus and that Venus retrograde, boy, woo, it was gangster, wasn't it, y'all? It was gangster, and you got to learn some lessons. Oh, you gonna learn some more. Keep your seatbelts on. Because Scorpio season, it's a special season to me. I like Scorpio season because it's a special season. See, because now you get to find out all of the pretend shit that comes out because folks, they can't hold it in. They can't hold it in. They can't hold it in. And then you get to just really find out. And it's a beautiful thing. I used to try to avoid that. No, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to keep the peace and go along with the way things is going. I like it this way. It's nice, it's quiet, and it's peaceful. We ain't got time for that no more, unfortunately. I want it to stay that way. I like peace. It works for me. I mean, if you need that business, I got that for you, but I prefer that peace, right? This devil card that's coming up in here talking about all of that type of energy, right? But it's in reverse. This is all about freeing yourself from that energy. See, when you eliminate that type of energy from your life and you start being true to who you are, this is when you start freeing yourself from that yoke of bondage, freeing yourself from those energies that may betray you at the end of the day. Because I promise you, if you got to pretend to be somebody else in order to keep that connection going, you in trouble, baby. That's not a real connection. It's not a real connection. Hey, y'all know what? I found me a blue. Hold up, did y'all see my blue feather? For the folks that's seeing this on YouTube, for the folks that's listening to me, trust that I got me one. Found me a blue feather, threw that shit up in my hat and called it macaroni, baby. Yeah. So yeah, this is just the time for us to really start focusing. That self-love rap, that self-love walk. We need to be about the business of that. We got to love ourselves enough to release those things that's not serving us. People, places, and things that's not serving us. Saturn is direct. This all about that justice energy. You gonna learn some true fucking shit out here in these streets. Be prepared for that shit. And this is why it is so important that we are on our meditation. It's gonna give us the clarity. It's gonna give us the frustration tolerance to be able to navigate situations so people ain't out here triggering you all the time and everything. I used to easily trigger, my feelings is hurt, you know what I'm saying? I've got rubbed the wrong way. I don't appreciate that shit. They didn't agree with what I was saying, and I don't like that, and I disapprove, and I don't know why they ain't really my friend if they don't see it the way that I do. It's bullshit. The devil is a liar, family. It is a liar. Now you make sure that you know the difference between these people that's really in your corner from the folks that's not, because the folks that's sitting around agreeing with everything the fuck that you got to say, those are the folks that'll watch you jump right off of a cliff and wave you all the way to the bottom, whatever. I want you to put some consideration in on the way that this planet is vibrating at the time. Start sending that love. Start sending that light. We can change this shit. Because when we raise our frequency and we stand the hell up, all of this shit changes. But we stand up. Game over, baby. Game the fuck over. You heard? Let's get it, y'all. Peace and light. Peace and love.